I'm Stevie Zoom here on this Saturday afternoon, playing the music for another couple of hours. But right now, we are ready for some live music in our studios. Very happy to have with us You Won't. To my left here is Josh.
Hello.
Thanks for coming in. Racky is in the back on the drums and massive
That's
amount of
Rocky.
other...
It's Rocky.
Rocky.
Like the boxer, but not spelled the same.
Okay, so it's kind of tricked me. Rocky. Okay. All right. Thank you, Rocky. And Tony is here, and he's got his hands full as well. All right. You Won't, playing this evening at the Comet.
Yes.
We'll talk about your record and a few other things. You ready for the first song?
Uh-huh.
All right.
This is called 10 Years Old.
No, you lied. Reached right back and dug the knife in my side. Oh, I won't cry. I seen it coming such a long, long time. Oh, my dear, I was calling for you, you were nowhere near. Ooh, choking down the tears, and all I ended up was sad and full of beer. I wish I was 10 years old. See you looking at me, smiling, shy and slow.
Live music here at 90.3 KEXP. You're listening to You Won't. The release came out about 6 months ago. Skeptic Goodbye.
Yes.
As Josh says, yes.
Came out in February on Old Flame Records.
Yes. And
I'm
again,
changing guitars.
the band playing this evening at the Comet. You guys have been touring with Alcoholic Faith Mission.
Yes. We're very, very, very
You've been traveling a
fond of
lot.
That's true. This is the first time that we've been on tour, and it's been that thing where I only see the inside of the venue and like the floor that we're sleeping on. And that is all that I know of the city. So, you know, it's like Minneapolis was like hardwood, polished, and Chicago was a child's bed. And that's about all that I remember from those cities this time around, and the show. But, you know, that's what we signed up for, so
That's right.
we're enjoying it. Should we do another one?
Looks like everybody's ready.
Everyone's ready. This song's called Who Knew?
If I was a cute little kid, I would show you the painting I did for you. But I'm up in the air, I'm not here and not there. If I was a sad at 18, I would cut off my holes in your jeans for you. But now what can I say? I'm too little too late. If I was a middle-aged man, I would buy you a new minivan or two, but I'm stumbling around with one foot on the ground. If I was 103, I would share all my boring stories with you, but you caught me too soon. Now, darling, what can I do now? All along I did what I could, but you tell me my timing's no good. Who knows? Who knows? If I was Marty McFly, I would go back to when we were 9 or 10, and I'd be your best friend. Say that I knew you well. And if I was a ghost on your wall, I would haunt you and walk through your walls at night. But I'm flesh and I'm bone, and I'm stiff as a stone. All along I did what I could, but you tell me my timing's no good. All along I did what I could, but you tell me my timing's no good. Who knows?
Thank you very much. Live music here on KEXP. You're listening to You Won't. They're performing this evening at the Comet. And the recent album here, the debut, Skeptic Goodbye, Old Flame label. Josh, you and Rocky have a... Why don't you fill us in a little bit first on how back your history goes on music and such?
Very, very far.
Very far.
Rocky and I met in high school doing theater. And I believe our first interaction was a sword fight where I was defeated. And after that, we just really hit it off. I don't know. We did a lot of things after that. We made movies together for a few years, and it took a long time to actually start a band together, even though we'd been sending songs back and forth for probably 8 years before we did it.
Yeah, I heard a little bit that you guys had a history, but it wasn't the immediate, hey, let's start a band.
No, we kind of just, did other stuff and we're like, one day we'll have a band. And then at some point it was like, we should probably do that before we are dead.
Yeah. Oh, now first I want to also say thank you. A couple months ago, South by Southwest, our live broadcast down there, there was a cancellation, and you guys filled in last minute for one of the slots, so I want to say thank you.
Oh, it was
for doing that.
Absolutely our pleasure. We were pulled out of someone else's show, whisked away in a stretch limousine, stretch Subaru.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. I'd never played a bike shop before, and I might not again. But I'm glad that I can check that one off.
That's all a part of that South by Southwest experience. Is automatically you're like, what? We're going where next?
I didn't realize that Lance Armstrong was like hovering over me the entire show. Tony was kind of distracted by his arms raised in victory, and then I saw the pictures, and I was like, oh, that's what was going on. Yeah. It was Lance.
All right, so on the album here, Josh, you've got credit here for all the songs, and Rocky is the producer. So talk about this relationship here. Are you writing all the lyrics, and then is the music coming together from both of you? Rocky?
Go for it.
Well, this batch of songs is all Josh, and some of them date back to like 10 years ago nearly. So he'd been making demos for a long time. So some of the older songs on the record, we had a pretty good blueprint for what we were going for and just trying to figure out how to update it. And then some of the newer tunes, I think I had a little more input on arrangement and stuff. But it was a lot of back and forth. We'd spend a day or two working on a bass line or working on drum part, whatever. A lot of things. None of these songs had been performed live until we were making the record, basically. So a lot of arrangement stuff came together during the recording process.
It's a really solid set of songs, and really impressive that you guys have all kinds of instrumentation that's happening on this record. Was that, is that easy to go with? You know what you're going to do with which songs and the instrumentation?
I mean, we've just been accumulating instruments. Some we own, some are just I've got just a place where anybody who has a itinerant instrument that doesn't have a home can come hang out. And for recording, it's easy enough to figure out a part on an accordion or this, that, and the other. We're all playing instruments that we have no business playing. But if you can make a part on them, then that's.
It's our business to convince you that we play them.
Yeah.
And then Tony, you've got here for the addition for the tour for some more sound.
Yes, Tony's brought a lot of sound and a lot of other good things to this project, and he started playing with us in December. Tony, or our first live gig was in February with you. Yeah. But we love him very deeply and incredibly and sincerely. Thank you, Tony.
Early on, you mentioned the theater background, and the I was going to mention that the album, the cover, certainly suggests that there's a lot of playful theater background.
You're referring to the battered mime?
Yeah, who looks familiar underneath that makeup.
Yeah, I don't know where that guy came from. No, that's me. And that was a character that Rocky created for a movie we made many years ago. And I would occasionally walk around New York City dressed that way. I'm repeating myself from another interview now, I just realized. Yeah, and we just, I did a performance around the time we were recording the album, and I was like, Rocky, the mime, it's the mime, we got to put it on the cover, man. And he was like, And then a week later, he was like, yeah, good idea.
But that theater background certainly seems to be a part of some of the writing on a lot of the songs.
Oh.
I mean, there's just that element to it.
Well, I'm glad it's coming through, because God knows we both put a lot of hours into that stuff, and I don't know if anyone remembers except our friends. But
now,
it's deep in our hearts.
Mentioned that you're on quite a tour here, and when this finishes up, what kind of plans do you have after that? Anything in the works?
Well, we have a couple of big gigs coming up in our dual hometowns of Boston and New York. So we'll be working towards those when we get home. And then hopefully another music video. We made a music video for the lead track off the album 3 Car Garage with our friend Ewan Wright, forever known to me as Douchey, from Oakland, California, Cool Cat Productions, back in January. And it was very tremendously creatively fulfilling to do that. Rocky shot the video. I performed in it with Ewan, and we had a great time. And so hopefully another video project is in the works for this summer. And then putting together the next tour, I guess, and starting to figure out what songs we want to record.
All right.
For the next thing.
All right. You Won't, performing this evening at the Comet. Skeptic Goodbye is the album on the Old Flame label. And you ready for another song?
Ready.
Yes. Tony, are you ready? Okay, we're all ready. This one's called Television.
Back when I was young enough to know from where I came, I saw my love be spat upon and shouted down in shame. Well, I hung my head and shed a tear when I went to change my name. But his honor told me, don't you fear, 'cause it always ends the same. It always ends the same, he said, always ends the same. Oh, remember, dear, this too shall pass, and it always ends the same. Well, I was feeling so alone when the congregation sang of Jesus Christ and Lucifer and the price that I would pay. But the preacher told me not to fear, for they know not what they say. Yeah, the history is on your side,
Live music here at KEXP. You're listening to You Won't, who, along with Alcoholic Faith Mission, are playing this evening at the Comet. And then I kind of looked ahead, and you're headed to California, San Francisco on Monday.
Oh, yeah, we can't wait to get down there. We're playing at the rickshaw stop in San Francisco on Monday. And Bay Area is an area, a friend area for us. We know a lot of people there, so I've been looking forward to that one for a while. There's some people that haven't seen us play yet that really ought to have, because they're important in our lives. And whoever else wants to show up, that's great.
I slightly mentioned that in the fact that I'm going to San Francisco tomorrow, and
Oh, you are?
we'll see where I might end up Monday night.
Oh, we'll see, Steve. You shouldn't have told me that you were in town. I'm going to track you down now.
All right.
And I just want to say that it's been a real pleasure to be on tour with Alcoholic Faith Mission. They're an amazing band and really wonderful people, and so grateful to them for bringing us out on the road. And it's just been a great time with those guys.
All right. And that's happening tonight at the Comet.
Comet Tavern. And thank you to all you guys here at KEXP. This is great. I've been watching your stuff and listening forever, so it's awesome to be here. Okay, this one's called Fat and Happy.
Had a lesson longing age, smiling, laughing, criticize. 10-foot tall, a story sad. Repetition, memories. Still no good, so one more try. Yeah. Empty hearted and a resign. I am built of lazy lies. I will keep myself in time. Stranger come and stranger go. We'll give the kids a damn good show. I'll give them everything I know. There's the street man shouting string. He just won't boost, so keep your chain. Fat and happy, can't complain. I am built of lazy lies. I will keep myself in time.
Live music here on KEXP from You Won't. They've been performing songs from the album Skeptic Goodbye on the Old Flame label and playing tonight at the Comet. Thanks so much for being here this afternoon. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks.
All right,
Thanks to Kevin on sound.
Yeah, we want to say thanks to our engineer, Kevin. It's 90.3 KEXP here in Seattle.